tremendous live stream. Here we have. I want to turn my camera real quick. Holy smokes, dude! Foggy, very foggy. So I'll definitely be looking uh, at the road and not on this phone. So with that being said, folks, we're just about done with week 7. We just got that one Monday game tonight, and that'll be that. I'm coming on here to, uh, and you can take what you want in the title. I think the Saints actually will beat the Colts next Sunday. I think and it doesn't mean that we're good. It doesn't mean that we're turning the corner. I promise you, I'm not on that train. It's strictly off of algorithms, strictly off of vibes. I think the Saints will beat the Colts next Sunday. I don't know if it's going to be close or a blowout, but I feel like the Saints historically play the Colts very well, uh, regardless of what teams they both have, and I feel like the Saints find a way to win in Indianapolis. So I'm going to go ahead and just tell you guys that straight up. I'll be picking the Saints this week in my picks. I think they'll beat the Colts. Um, so there's that. Um, I think like I said, I don't know if it's going to be an ass kicking. I don't know if it's going to be a blowout, but I feel I don't want to say I feel good, but I feel it's like I don't think the Colts. Basically, I look at the Saints and I look at the Colts, and I feel like those are two, you know, especially Can y'all hear me now? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me know. Please let me know if y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me now? Okay. Uh, be mindful, guys. I'm in a little bit of traffic. It's Monday morning, so the connection's gonna be a little bit shaky. So if I buffer out, I'm not leaving. I'm just buffering out. So basically, what I was saying before all this muting and connection issues just happened, I was saying I do believe that we're gonna win. I do believe that we're gonna win Sunday. So am I still frozen, Jerry? Hopefully not. But I'm gonna go ahead and just talk normal. I do think the Saints win Sunday. I don't have a necessarily bad feeling going into this game, although that doesn't mean the Saints can't lose because the Saints are the Saints. But historically, the Saints have played the Colts very well. Um, I feel that this is a game to take advantage of and uh, prey off of a Colts team that just got done losing a heartbreaking loss to the Browns in a game they should have won clearly. Um, I just I have a. It doesn't mean the Saints are good. It doesn't mean the Saints are turning the corner. It doesn't mean that I feel good about the Saints turning the season around. It's just more the principle that this is one of those games where I just feel like the Saints are due for a win, so I think they'll get it. Um, but what I was saying was, a lot of people are talking about how they can't believe the Falcons are on top of the division. Well, here let me give you guys a little bit of feedback on that. In my opinion, I don't think it's the worst thing in the world that the Falcons won that game yesterday. I don't, because as a New Orleans Saints fan, you're in a position to where Tampa Bay already owns a tiebreaker off of you, and I know you play the Buccaneers again, but now you're in a position to where you don't need the Buccaneers to lose another game. All you got to do is beat them week 17 of the season, and you would automatically have the tiebreaker over them because that would only be one division loss for you and two division losses for them. So you're in a position where you don't need Tampa Bay to lose two games in a row or whatever, or three games. And Atlanta, you still play twice, so you can earn that leverage over them just by beating them. So the Saints are in a position where they control their own destiny. So I don't think it's the worst thing in the world that Atlanta won yesterday, as a lot of people are saying here, because the Saints still technically control their own destiny. So Millie, bro, you do got to understand that we are going to get lucky at times in games. Defense is going to get turnovers, set us up, and get interceptions for touchdowns. They're going to be games where we actually do win from defense. Okay, I know this offense sucks. I know Pete Carmichael isn't a moron, and we know that. There's no, like I said, this is not the turnaround of our season if we win this game. It's not a turnaround by any shape of the imagination. It's more the principle that you go based on algorithm. You got two mid teams playing each other. The Colts are deflated. The Saints are on 10 days rest, and they just had that little almost comeback against Jacksonville. You're going to be feeling a little bit better about where you are as opposed to the Colts. They know they just lost their quarterback for the whole year to season-ending surgery. They just got screwed in a game that they 100% should have won. I had Indy beating Cleveland yesterday, and they should have won. That was absolute atrocity by the officials. But nonetheless, you're playing a deflated team that just got done playing on Sunday. And the Saints historically, I feel, have played the Colts very well. They've played Gardner Minshew very well. 2-0 against him. I think they win this game. I do. I do. I think they win this ball game. That doesn't mean that we're turning the corner. Please don't get that idea, but I think they win somewhere in the ballpark of like 20-13. So that being said, um, yeah, there you have that. Um, so at least if there's any high standpoint for the New Orleans Saints, the last two losses that they've taken were AFC opponents, and a lot of people aren't going to look at it like that, but that's the reality. You're 1-2. You're 1-2 in the NFC. You are 1-2, or how many? 2-2 in the AFC. The last two games, although you lost both of them, you are 0-2 in your last two games, but you are 0-2 against the AFC. So, and hypothetically speaking, if they were to lose this game this weekend and go to 3-5, although you're on a three-game losing streak, it wouldn't be the end of the world, just for the simple fact that we have played nothing but AFC teams. Like we've played five AFC teams and three NFC teams after this week. I think if you're going to struggle and you're going to have time, like a rough time, uh, winning games, I think this would be the time to do it. You're playing all your AFC teams, you're getting all that stuff out the way, and then you got a whole stretch the rest of the year against nothing but NFC. And those are the games that you would need to win. So hypothetically speaking, even if the Saints did lose this weekend, mathematically, and I'm talking about math when the math is math, and I'm not talking about legitimately and the team and how they play. I'm not talking about that because we know the team sucks. But mathematically, you are technically not in a panic mode if you lose this ball game on Sunday. Maybe psychologically because you can't win a damn game, but um, just on a mathematical standpoint, that's where I stand with that. Millie, bro, you're probably right, dude. You're probably right, bro. And let me tell you something, dude. I've been as pessimistic as any Saints fan, dude. I've come on and crapped on everybody. You can ask Jerry. In fact, I think, and this is just me, Jerry. I think I got you to finally start being pessimistic. You because it seemed like every game, especially last season, you were like on to the next game, on to the next game, on to the next game, on to the next game. And I'm sitting there like, Brown, I don't care about the next game. They ain't gonna win. Anybody can beat the Saints. The Saints can beat anybody, and I still feel that way. The Saints can literally lose to anybody, but they can also beat anybody. So you don't know what team is going to come out. And trust me, I'm as pessimistic as anybody. I had the Saints losing to Jacksonville. I had the Saints losing to Houston. I had bad feelings about both of those ball games, and many people thought we were going to beat Houston, and I was at that game. A lot of people thought we were going to beat Houston, and I was at that game. Um, and I even knew. I figured, okay, the Saints don't play the Texans historically well. It's looking like we're going to probably lose in Houston based on the fact that we've never won in Houston as long as the Texans have been the Texans. But I feel different about this game. And when I feel different about a game, I'm going to tell you. I feel different about this game. I think we find a way to shake back. Not shake back in the sense that we turn the season around, but just get a win, get back in the win column. And if the Saints end up winning this game to go to 4-4, I will be going to the Chicago game with a chance to get above 500. I will go to that game. If the Saints lose this ball game, I might not go to that game because I'm not going to put my hard-earned money into a product to where as long as people keep on putting money into it, they're okay with mediocrity. That's where I stand with this. And a lot of people talk about, oh, well, you're not going to the game because they suck. And they look at it such surface level. They look at it at such a surface level that, oh, you just don't want to watch a losing team. You don't you're a bandwagon fan because they're losing, when that's not even the case. I'm gonna cheer for them from my house. I'm gonna cheer for them from my house and watch the game, but I'm not going to put my money into a product that as long as they're receiving money and they know that they're getting the money and they're making money, that they're okay with how they perform on the field. They're validated with how they perform on the field because people are still buying tickets. That's where I stand. That's where I stand with that. I'm not gonna go put $60, $70 into a football game for a team that doesn't pay my bills when I can put that 70, 60, $70 to. I just got a box from church for Thanksgiving to buy some Thanksgiving stuff for a family in need. You know, giving back, donating or whatever. I can use that to do that. I can use that to go towards, I don't know, something useful, something useful. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna. So if the Saints lose this ball game, I'm not going to the Chicago game. I won't. If they win, I'll go because there's a chance to get above 500. But I do believe that they will win in the worst way this Sunday. I do believe that they will win in the very worst way. They haven't led in a game since the New England game, so it's been about more than 2 weeks. But it'll. I think they'll get it together. I don't want to say get it together, but I think they'll finally have a good game this game and pull it out. So that's where I'm at with the Saints. Um. Oh yeah, yeah. Speaking of other issues, I mean, I could. I don't know. My car feels a little weird right now too. So like, if I wanted to go inspect my car and get something fixed up on it, I can do that as well with that money. So life happens. So it's not. And I'm not a season ticket holder. I buy my tickets individually on SeatGeek, and I do believe that. Um, I do believe that the tickets are a little bit lower now. So I'm gonna play that by ear. Yeah, Bucks. I don't think y'all win Thursday. I think y'all are gonna get slaughtered. Well, I'm not gonna say slaughtered, but I think you're gonna lose somewhere in the ballpark of like 22-10. I don't think that game's close. I think you guys come back to earth. Oh no, Greg, you're not wrong, dude. I'm not I'm not picking the Saints to win this game because the Saints are good or because of anything the Saints are doing. I just think that this is just one of those games where the Saints are just due for another win. Please don't get this misinterpreted. I'm not. There's no. I don't see this team turning around and solidifying themselves as a threat anytime soon this year. I promise you, I'm not doing that. It's more the principle that we're due for a win, and it's what it is. I don't know Tristan Kugler. What's up, Tristan Kugler? What's up, Starfish? Some new folks here, man. I've never seen y'all before. I've been driving this whole time without a seatbelt. Interesting. Greg, I've said I agree with you, dude. I don't think Josh Allen's that good of a quarterback. I really don't think he's that good of a quarterback. I don't know what micronation community is. Can you explain to me what that means? I don't know what micronation is. If it's illegal, I will block you. I promise you. How did you find me? If I had to guess, Starfish, I would say that you found me through Jordan Dog. Hey Jerry, don't keep out the possibility of a potential tie. We could tie, so be mindful of that. We could still tie. I think our best bet, and this is just me being, I guess, lenient. I think we go into the bye week 5-5, and at this point, a lot of people may not be satisfied with that because in my preseason prediction, I had us at 6-4. Personally, I'll take 5-5. I will I will take 5-5 in a heartbeat. I think 4-6. If you're 4-6 going into the bye week, I still think you'll still be alive for the division. If you go 4-6 going into the bye week, I still think you'll be alive. The Saints just gotta win another game or two before week 11. Hey, Greg, I know, I know that we're very fortunate that it's a weak division. No questions asked. No questions asked whatsoever. I mean, and you can talk about having a bad team all you want, but if there was somebody that was 7-0 right now in our division, we screwed. There would be no talk about the division. So as long if the Saints are going to be mediocre for the next few years until they finally start getting it together, as long as the division sucks and the Saints can stay in it until December and keep it interesting, I'm okay with that. As weird as that sounds, if we can be mediocre for the next few years until we're able to establish a good team, I don't want to see no 3-14, bro. I don't. I can't take that. Like I'm not the. I can't. I don't. I don't think it's fair to for fans to say, oh, just throw it all away, just have a few crappy seasons, because we've proven that you can go 7-9 3 straight years and stay in the thick of the playoff race and still come out with a pretty solid team, solid drafter, you know, doing things that you need to do in order to rebuild your team. We've proven that. Going 3-14 or whatever, like, bro, I don't want the season to be over before October. Like, I don't want to sit there saying like, wow, bro, like I've been waiting all year for this, and I've only like it's like 1 month in, the season's over mathematically, you know. I don't know where all these weirdos are coming from. I really don't know where all these weirdos are coming from. You got the micro nation guy. You got Free Palestine. You got all these weirdos, man. Like, where are all y'all coming from? Yeah, Buck Skull Gang. I was hoping that you guys and well, I'm not gonna say I was hoping, but I had you guys winning. I had the Colts winning. I had the Dolphins winning. I did pick the Bears, so I got that one right. I got that one right. I got. How about now? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me now? Okay. Somebody tried to call me again. That's where that was. That's what happened. Do I think Carolina wins a game? Yeah. I think they win this weekend. I think they beat Houston. I do. I said a few weeks ago. I think they beat the Texans. I think Carolina wins. I think the Saints win. I think Tennessee beats Atlanta. I think Tampa loses to Buffalo. So, nah, Jerry. It was a Philadelphia Eagle fan actually calling me. So, uh, yeah. Who wins the NFC South right now? I think it's Atlanta. I think it's gonna. I still think it's gonna come down to the Saints and the Falcons. I said that like way before time. I said that months before the season started that I thought the Saints and Falcons were gonna that Week 18 game. I think is going to come down to the division. And as of right now, I still do. Do I think the Niners will beat Minnesota? I actually got Minnesota winning tonight, dude. I don't know how, but I do have Minnesota winning. Deshaun Watson is an asshole and he sucks. And he screwed me in fantasy when I needed a win, dude. I was 2-4. I'm 2-5 now. Lost by 5 points. Deshaun Watson. Oh my goodness. I could have started him or Kirk Cousins. I was really thinking about starting Kirk, but he was playing the Niners defense. Deshaun was playing the Colts. Deshaun goes out in the first quarter. Negative -0.8, bro. I couldn't. Oh my goodness, bro. I was so pissed off. So yeah, I'm 2-5 in that league now. Now I pretty much have to like finish the year 6-1 to have a shot. That is pathetic, dude. Deshaun Watson, you suck, dude. I'm probably about to drop you. Anyway, guys, I'm about to go into work. Got to do big boy things. Y'all take it easy.